Aries, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. Oh, that's better. Looks a bit prettier, doesn't it? It's Jo from Angels and Ancestors. This is your WTF reading for December. We are going to have another reading that will go up mid to sort of like about the 20th, which is going to be your winter gift. I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year. So they will go up, and then I'm not doing any readings at all until I go live on the 1st of January. So on New Year's Day, I'm going live. I haven't yet picked a time because I need to look at all of the time zones and pick a time where people are awake, to be honest. So we are using the Seasons of the Witch. Let me show the side of these just in case those of you didn't see this last year. Stunning, stunning deck. Absolutely beautiful. Got 2 cards out. And you've got number 3, Cardinal Medicine. Look at that with those birds and the berries. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honour fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. This is trying to tell you you're worth more than you are giving yourself credit for, Aries. You are the expanse of your worthiness is huge. And I guess what it's trying to say to you is spread your wings, because you're larger than life. You're larger than life. You're worthy of the gods. So stop putting yourself down. Stop telling yourself you're ugly. Stop telling yourself you're not enough. Stop telling yourself all of those bloody things that just aren't true. And start looking at yourself. Find one thing you like about yourself and build it from there. Go and look in the mirror. It might be your eyes. It might be your teeth. It might be, I don't know, your shoulders, your boobs, your toes. Whatever it is, it's attached to other parts of your body. So just start being, sorry, it's my dishwasher. Start being kinder to yourself, because you are so worthy. Cardinal Medicine. And number 3. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honour fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all you desire hold inside. Lovelies, don't hold what you desire inside. Make it known. Make it known. Gratitude. Number 18. Add it together, it's a 9. It's a wish fulfillment. All that I am and all that I will be, forever in gratitude I will eternally be. Darlings, if you've never practiced the attitude of gratitude, I'm not talking about your manners. I'm talking about opening your eyes first thing in the morning and seeing the sun peeping through the curtains. Not so much at the moment, because like I can tell you, it's still bloody dark at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's dark at like whatever time I get up, but that actually with the skies the way they are. But the attitude of gratitude is making sure that you're grateful for the start of the day, that you're grateful for the things that we take for granted. So, you know, sort of like think about from the moment you wake up, what is it you take for granted? I mean, I take for granted that I'm going to wake up, I'm going to get up, I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to go to work. And, you know, we call it the trudge, don't we? But at the end of the day, is it? I'm really grateful for what I can do, and I'm really grateful for being able to do this. I'm immensely grateful for my subs, because without you guys I wouldn't have a channel. So learning the attitude of gratitude won't only put you in a better mood, because that's what it does. It will also start gathering in those desires that you really want. It'll start bringing in the things that you think you're not worthy of. And once you start getting the proof that you are worthy of these things, then you will start seeing a different you. A very different you. Now, I have to say, I did get the cards out. I didn't shuffle them on the screen because it was just taking so long and I wanted to get these out. So what started your WTF for December, and you've got 20, and it is harvest. There is something that you've wanted for a long time. You've been sowing lots of seeds around this. You've been thinking about it, processing it, and all the rest of it. And all of a sudden, your harvest is coming in. You're back in balance. You are not in conflict with anything. You're able to see the wood for the trees, finally. But there is so much abundance there. You are actually able to share it out with other people. And I'm getting that you are going to be so grateful about this, that it's going to be a joy for you to share that. And it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be goods. It can be an abundance of love. It can be an abundance of joy. It could be an abundance of, I don't know, people. But you're going to share it out. That feeling is going to be shared out. Now, facing your fears and taking your power back, you have got another major arcana coming in with the number 6, the Lady and the Lord. Now, this couple come in. They're hunter-gatherers. They do the hunting and gathering for the benefit of their family. There's a major decision that's just lurking around the corner. I'm getting that you already know what this major decision is, but you've not yet made it, because this is you facing a fear. It's got to be made, and it does mean, with the 10 of Wands, a completion of putting down other people's burdens and telling people to piss off, basically. And then once you put down those burdens, you've got a new beginning coming in, where you are going to get to this pinnacle at the top here, because you will not be burdened with other people's bollocks and bullshit. So, 10s, completion. When you break the 10 down, the number 10 down, it's a 1. That's the new beginning. So this is facing your fears. So facing your fears, I'm going to say that you need to make the decision, but I think you're worried about upsetting people by not picking up their burdens for them. People have to do stuff for themselves. You know, when we get a toddler to start walking and they're toddling, we don't go and whisk them up into our arms and go, oh no, you can't do that, that's not on. You kind of encourage them to walk, and that's what you need to do with the people that you've been supporting, is encourage them to walk and deal with their problems. You can walk beside them, you can give them advice, but you cannot carry that burden for them. And it is that upset. I'm wondering if you're putting off this decision because it is possibly going to upset people. They'll need you a damn sight sooner than you'll ever need them. Taking your power back. Wow. Page of Wands. Relearning to move things, obstacles, magically out of your way. I'm kind of getting that when you was younger, this wasn't a problem. You just saw what you want and went for it. No matter what the obstacle was, you went round it, over it, under it, moved it, all of those things. But when the page comes in to your reading like this, it's saying you're going to rekindle this ability. You are going to be able to move obstacles out the way again, or go around them, or go over them, whatever. I've never noticed that house in the background before. I've noticed the donkey, but never the house. Is there a house that you want? Is it a move you want? Is there something going on? Because in comes the Knight of Pentacles. May feel like it's slow moving. Have you bought somewhere and it hasn't quite gone through yet? This is the Knight of Pentacles saying to you, come on, it's slow and steady pace wins the race. You've got a great big pentacle for investment. You've got the flowers to give out. This is movement towards your finances, your career and your home life, and a combination of all three. So just know, although you've moved the obstacle out of the way, there may be still some slow movement around. And then right in behind all of that, you've got the she coming in. Now this is a 5, this is transitional, but it's actually getting you to begin to recognise that you need to draw some energy down from somewhere. And this fairy or witch, depending on the folklore that you read, draws the energy down from the moon and the goddess. And in her kitchen, she's got rosemary for remembrance. She's got lavender for protection. She has got the Fae folk adding an extra bit of magic to her pot. Candles for intention. Book of shadows for knowledge. A Thami to draw that energy down. Oh, this is Pixie, by the way. You're going to say hello? You're going to say hello? She's 14 now. Don't you put your tail down on that thing. No. Hello, what are you doing? It's not like you to get up on the table when I'm reading, is it? Okay. Oh, she's gone. Her chair where she sits is right next to me, so it's not like her to get up on the table. And you've got a broom in the background to sweep away what no longer serves you. And then you've got the fire for passion and desire. So it's all going on in this particular picture. And what they're saying is moving obstacles, moving slowly is no bad thing, because you are realising your own magic. You are realising your own abilities finally. You are highly protected. There are some memories for you that may have caused a bit of upset to start with, but now you can see the lesson that came from those things that happened. It wasn't all lost. It made you think about things in a completely different way. Manifestation and wish fulfillment, why it may be fucked. It's a little bit fucked, not a lot of fucked, but it's a little bit. Hanging around, going around in circles. It's the Hanged Man in other decks. In this deck, it's the Oak King, and he's going round in the infinity sign, perpetually going round. It's time to get out of that tree and take a different perspective. I'm kind of getting that with your manifestations. Perhaps you are looking at your manifestations. Oh, she's done it again. Manifestations in a completely, I'm not going to say wrong way, but in a completely, mind your tail, sweetheart. Oh, what word do I want? Okay, I just heard them give me negative Nelly. I don't know why, but it's almost like everything that you look at, you kind of look at negatively first. And they're saying different perspective. Look at it in a more positive manner. But you do need to get yourself out of that tree and start looking at your manifestations and what it is that you want. You can have 100, it doesn't matter. But it's how you manifest. If you are manifesting and you're coming to that in lack, you will not manifest it. You will get more of what it is that you are lacking. So, you know, if you are saying, I'd love a new car, and then you go, but. The but is your cancel button. Ding, ding, gone. The moment you put an if, a but, or a maybe in, it's gone. So if you want a new car, do what I did. I got onto Auto Trader and I said, this is what I want. And I chose the make, the model, the colour, the size of the engine, the road tax, the insurance. I put it all in their search engine. I hit the search button and I saved it. And I thought, do you know what? There ain't a hope in hell that that's ever going to happen. But I'm going to put it out there. And I thought, oh, you silly Kate, cancelled that one. But I'd already done the manifestation by the time I'd come out with that little gem. So I went back to it later and looked at it later. And I printed off a picture of that car and put it up on my dream board. 2 days later, ping, it was the right car, it was the right model, it was the right road tax, it was the right insurance, it was just right, even down to the colour. The only thing that was missing was the heated seats. That was it. Otherwise, she is A1 perfect, and I have still got her 3 years later. What you want, get it written down in positive terms. This is what I want. If it's a check you want, if you want to bank a big check, write yourself a big check and put it somewhere where you are going to see it at all times. And look at that check and imagine taking a photograph on your app and depositing it. My bank would have a complete freaking hissy fit. They would have all sorts of things going on. They'd have the fraud squad on to me. They would. So just know, when you are manifesting, you need to keep it really positive. And do you know what? Really clear. But to the point, don't be desperate either, because that's lack. Again, it's lack. So when you really want something, really want it, but then be able to leave it alone. Just let it be and see what happens. Some things take a bit longer than others. And everybody says, yeah, but what if everybody wants something the same? Not everybody does. It's like an Argos book. And for those of you that are abroad don't know what Argos is, it's like a Woolworths, but with a catalogue and no goods on the shelf. You have to order it and then they bring it out from out the back. It's like that. And there was, in the Argos book, I think there was like something ridiculous, like 1,400 pages of items. So just know that's what manifesting is like. There is a million things across the world in this catalogue that people want, and not everybody wants the same thing at the same time. There may be half a dozen of you, it might be a few hundred of you, but if you let something slip past you, it'll go to the next person anyway. So not all is lost. Just change your perspective, change your direction, change how you are doing things to ensure that it is more positive than it is negative. It takes a bit of practice, it really does. And if you want to know a bit more about it, the best place to start, I will always say, is with manifestation, and that is The Secret. And there's loads of authors that do The Secret. There's Rhonda Brins, there is Joe Vitale, there's loads of them, absolutely loads of them. So just look it up, The Secret, and that'll give you a good idea of what it is that you need to put in place to make things more positive. Let's get on with your reading. So what can you do? Oh no, this is movement and journey. Who else had this? Was it Libra? Three of Wands. What are you hanging around for? Why are you waiting? The ship's come in and what you want isn't on it. So why are you still waiting? Why aren't you either getting on that ship and going and finding it, or the other thing is just stop waiting around, just move on from where you are and go and get something else that's equally as good, equally as precious, but it means you're not waiting around. Waiting around is like a cancellation of a manifestation. So what can you do about this situation? Accept there are sunny days in your life. The sun is shining. It's high days and holidays. Just accept that the sun will shine. You know, I know, oh God, living in the UK at the moment, you wouldn't think so. Mind you, we've had 2 days. I suppose you've got to be grateful for small mercies. There's a beautiful little cottage here that's thatched. You've got the sunflowers that are growing. You've got the oak tree. I think somebody must have pruned that back. You've got the sunshine, and you've got the eagle for the different perspective. But then you've got all the joy and the happiness coming in. And what they're saying is, let the joy and the happiness come in. Stop waiting around. Just allow it to come to you. Success, happiness, joy, all of that stuff, it's there. It's waiting for you. They're saying you can make this happen. This is what you can do about this situation. So what's out of your hands? Manifestation. What's out of your hands is the number 17 with the star. Break it down. It's an 8. Communication. Now, this little fairy here has got the vessels with the eternal waters that are filling up that pond, and she's beckoning you into that water to do some healing. And you can shout as loud as you like at the screen, I don't need to do healing. Yes, you do. We all do. Healing isn't one and done. Healing is an ongoing process that we all have to go through. And it's much easier for you if you admit that the process, yes, it's hard, it's long, and all the rest of it is ongoing. But if you admit that people hurt you, that people aren't as nice as you expect them to be, or something has disappointed you in the past, so you've avoided doing it, this is where it comes from. This is communication with self, because as you heal, as you cleanse and clear away the things that no longer serve you, your star gets bigger and brighter, and that is your manifestations coming in. And the universe is saying, ready or not, they are going to force the issue of you learning to cleanse and clear, space out of the way, items out of the way, to make space for your new manifestations to come in. Because if it's cluttered, if your brain is cluttered, your heart is cluttered, your soul is cluttered, your house is cluttered, how on earth do you expect anything new to come in with the clutter around you? It is all a case of cleansing and clearing that out of the way, Aries. So reconnecting to your true self is allow yourself to connect with your emotions. In comes the Queen of Chalices. Now, it could be that you have got one of these star signs within your birth chart somewhere, predominantly, I'm kind of thinking Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. I'm going to say either it's your rising sign, your moon sign, or your north node. It's going to be quite, but it's not going to be birth sign, obviously, because you're Aries. But the Queen of Chalices comes in. She's loads of different things. She knows that that ocean has got healing properties, and she allows it to lap around her feet, because it's important for her to allow that water to lap around her feet, take away what no longer serves her, because as it gets sucked back under the sea, that wave never returns to the beach in its entirety again. Now, there is a little thing with this lovely little lady who, she is also called the Queen of Diversion, and I guess that this is a lesson that they want you to learn to reconnect to your true self. Being a fire sign, fiery, temper, passion, desire, projects, plans, people, all of that stuff. All of that great stuff. But she's the Queen of Diversion, and to stop hurting herself or hurting other people, when there is an issue or a problem, she will divert away, and people go, oh, she's not dealing with anything. Yes, she is, because she's trying to find a way that where nobody's going to get hurt. So she diverts away from the issue and the problem to kind of process what it is, and then she comes up with the answer and comes back and deals with her situation, but in a much better way for everybody, which allows other people to connect with their emotions and understand that connecting with your emotions isn't weak. In fact, it's the strongest thing that you will ever do in your lifetime. So your outcome for December is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, now other people go, it's the Miser's card. No, it ain't. This card to me is holding on to something because you need to. You may be saving for something. You may be holding on to some emotions. You may be holding on to something that somebody else has had far too much of that's yours. It can be, you know, perhaps they've had too much of your advice, too much of your money, too much of your goodwill, and now you're holding on to some for yourself. Absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. What's hidden from you is the Witch. At some point in December, you are going to go back to basics, and you are going to learn particularly how to protect yourself, and then take that all-important step leap of faith, because you've had the naught, which is the Fool, which is the leap of faith, and the number 1 is this beautiful witch, and she's working with all the elements, and she's got a cauldron going over a fire, she's got a chalice, she's got an athame, she's got a pentacle, but she's got this salt circle, and they're saying go back to basics, learn how to protect yourself again without rejecting others. Protection is not rejection, my lovelies. Protection is making sure that your heart and other people's hearts are equally defended. So, me darlings, I'm coming. Let me just do this. I'm coming. Oh, baby. Let me just do this and then I'll sort you out. Can I have some knowledge, wisdom and guidance, please, for Aries for December? Take that one and that one. Anything else for Aries, please? Okay. So the first card to come out, you've got the Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. Darlings, listen, if there's nobody loving and comforting you at the moment, do it for yourself. Put a film on, wrap yourself up in a blanket, have a hot chocolate or a gin and tonic or whatever it is that's your thing, and just give yourself some self-loving. Know that Mother Earth has got your back. You walk upon her every day. You look at her every day, but you don't trust that she's actually there. And this is ridiculous, isn't it? Because hundreds of thousands, millions of people believe in a deity that can't be seen. But we've got a deity that we walk upon, we take stuff from. She offers us so much, but we're in denial that she even exists. Go figure. Makes me laugh. Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Again, you are enough. Stop putting yourself down. You know you're talented. You know you've got what it takes to succeed. You've just got to apply yourself and put your mind to it. Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Stop putting yourself down. Pick yourself up. If nobody else is putting a hand out to lift you up, then pick yourself up. Climb up yourself. Don't expect other people to do it. If they do, great. If they don't, hey. Are you protesting? I think she is protesting. Seer. See beyond the current situation. If you can look beyond the current situation, which I'm guessing is a little bit of a learning curve for you, because you've got so many major arcanas on the deck. Let me just count them up. You have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcanas in the reading. I have to say, see beyond the current situation. The current situation is that there is transformation. There is a change coming. And I guess that you're feeling the change, but you need to embrace it. You need to embrace that you need to move on from what it is that you have been stuck with. You need to embrace your emotional side instead of the passionate side. And you need to accept that the sun is going to shine for you. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. You know, when we hold our shields up too high, we cover our heart space. And when we cover our heart space, we don't just deflect the hurt that our heart will experience if we let somebody get in too close. It also deflects away all of the good stuff as well. All of the nice stuff. So just be really kind to yourself. Be really open to all the possibilities. The cardinal medicine. You have got to understand that you are who you are, But you're special, Aries. You are special. Especially with all of this going on. Big decision, putting down burdens. You're not going to upset people. You need to do it for yourself, my loves. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, please have a great December. I will see you in the winter's gift. Be safe. Bye for now.